Complete team, really good, and a big challenge for us this week. Yeah, pretty much all phases, look good.
What are your expectations for them defensively? Because obviously Pete retains Patrick Graham, but Pete obviously has a defensive background in terms of how he wants to play. What are you sort of anticipating there from them defensively?
Right now, anything. We're expecting preparing for, because a lot of the Pete's background shows up. A lot of Coach Graham's does as well. It's so you really have to prepare for all things that we haven't seen, unscouted looks, et cetera. But definitely those two backgrounds are showing up.
Do you have an update on where Gonzalez at?
I don't have a timeline. I know he's working through an ankle.
He's out for sure this weekend.
I don't have a timeline.
Is he going to practice today?
I don't think so.
Just going back to the game on Friday, one thing I forgot to ask you about on Monday, the delay of game you guys had, like late first half, before the third 16 run. Just like what happened there on that play from your perspective?
Yeah, just we weren't set. We weren't set in time to get the playoff.
Did you think about taking a time out there to avoid the penalty? Because you have 3 left at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have. To avoid the penalty, I should have done that. But, yeah. Rare mistake. Should have done that.
When someone like Pete comes in, how much do you expect him to sort of raise the floor of the opposing team given his background?
Yeah, I mean that's expected. That's pretty well documented, and he's a great coach. One of the best. It's a lot of respect. I always think that had I ever played, for him, on one of his teams, because he was coaching when I was playing, or was on his staff once I got into coaching, I bet we would have been like really good friends. He learned a lot from him just watching him, but he's also always been on the other side. When I was a player, he was a defensive coordinator or head coach somewhere, and then when I was coaching, we were, trying to gouge each other's eyes out. I mean, it's like in the competitive spirit of that. But yeah, it's competition at the highest level. I mean, that's what he's all about, and pretty enthusiastic too. I've noticed, which is just nothing but respect for that. Same person, same coach every day. I mean, nothing but respect for that, and does a tremendous job.
Do you know each other well, or at all?
Pretty well, pretty well. He did the Harbaugh Coaching Academy. I did an interview with Coach and my brother and I. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been good interactions. When you're just not out there, like that sort of way. Like I said, I think we would have been probably pretty good friends. But alas, we have been on opposite sides, so I'm not on his Christmas card list.
You don't send him a birthday text?
No, just trying to win, just trying to beat him, and it's tough to do. It's hard to do. So that's it. All focus. Raiders week, and just doing everything we can in our power to be just as tough to beat.
So in Friday's game, you guys never trailed against the Chiefs. Can you tell me from your perspective what you guys did to not let them catch up to you guys, and how are you going to bring that into week 2?
You just got to play good. That's every game comes down to that. You just got to play good. The Chiefs, nor really anybody in this league gives you the game. You gotta go out and earn it.
How did you feel like the pass rush played overall? Friday?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I really thought the two lines, our offensive line, defensive line, both fronts were really good, and then extraordinary, quarterback play, really drove that win.
How would you describe this receiving group's ability to deliver in clutch moments?
So far, so good. I mean, really good. And the amount of options, 7 catches, 6 catches, 5 catches, 50 yards from another receiver, 4 receivers over 50. Just looks like a lot of options. And Amarian Hampton is really good out of the backfield, and so is Najee Harris. Notice his demeanor is a lot like a receiver. We're going to hopefully get tapped into all, that. But that's really stood out to me, that the way he runs his routes, Najee's very receiver-like. And tight ends, both all three played really well, and just keep climbing. We don't want to go down. We don't want to stay level. We want to keep getting better. Better today than yesterday. Better tomorrow than today.
In the past, Quinn has kind of been a criticism, or has been a sort of criticism for his performances on the field. What have you seen from him in terms of his resilience and just kind of tuning out that outside noise?
Oh, man, I guess the first thing that jumps into my mind is like in your face, But if I was Quentin, that's what I'd be saying. Quentin's not saying that, but that's what I'd say, if I was he. So allow me to say it for him, just something we used to say back in the 70s growing up. Maybe you remember that, Sam? Yeah, say we'll go to Sam on that one. In your face. So there's some satisfaction there.
Coaching relationships are probably pretty interesting. Do you like, as far as sort of respect, like mutual respect and but also like a healthy dislike at times? Do you enjoy that sort of with your coaching colleagues?
It's the thing I enjoy the most. The competition. If you ask me, why do I do this? Why do most of us do it? I mean, or at least speaking for myself, I mean, number one on that list is competition. I just love to compete. And then you find others that are, like that too, and then you have respect for that. I mean, that's respect for a guy or another player or a coach that, man, it's like looking in the mirror. Okay, Savage Warrior looking at Savage Warrior. There's a great mutual respect there.
Jim, you talked a lot about just the importance of divisional games.
I'm not a Savage Warrior anymore. I used to be. That's for memories. Now I have dreams as a coach. The players are they're the Warriors.
Good.
Yeah.
You talked a lot about the importance of divisional games and kind of said that they're basically worth 2 games in the standings.
2 to 3, almost 3.
Yeah.
Not quite 3, but between 2 and 3.
To open the season with 3 divisional games, I guess what's been the messaging to the team about just how consequential the 3-game stretch is when you're playing all 3 of your divisional opponents to open the season? Just that. I mean, the math of it, and Raiders Week, and just the rivalries, that are there, and you just want to play good football. You want to play your best, and you want to give it your best in these situations, and you want to get better. There's another layer, give it your best and get better. When you say it's almost 3, I understand the 2 because obviously you're getting a loss and a win, so it's 2 games.
Yeah.
Swing.
One wins, one loses.
How do you get to
That's
3?
2. Tiebreaker. There's a tiebreaker in there. So call it 2.5. Possibly close to 3. Not quite 3.